Hello, lovelies. Welcome to lanmoutarot. This is a general reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus. Anybody would like to watch this reading, who's watching, there may be a message in there for you. And this is a general reading for the collective. It may not resonate to your particular story, and if it doesn't, it's okay. If you're interested in a personal reading, contact me. There's information in the description box down below. This 7 of fire has been popular today, and here it comes flying out for you, followed by 8 of fire, progression of energy on energy, king of earth, before I could even finish shuffling. So there it is, Gemini. For some of this reading this week, I actually cut the deck, but for some of them, the cards just jumped out. So it's like, that's it. At the bottom here, we have 7 of water. Thinking about all the different possibility, lost in the dream state here, Gemini. Fantasizing, daydreaming. You are like in your feeling. Some of you also feeling your emotions here. 7 of water is very emotional, right? It's like, and especially in this on this depiction here, someone is, it's like you're sitting in a flower in the very deepest part of the ocean here, like you're just creating a world with all the sea animals for yourself. Okay, you're like, oh, look at all this I can have, all these options. This is Venus energy in 7 of water, about abundance, right? Venus is about beauty, and she looks quite beautiful, that feminine figure. The flower is beautiful, the scenery itself is beautiful. It's about abundance in love, in money, in wealth, in everything. Okay, and here this is someone who's literally like lost in all of that, because they're so they're thinking about all the different possibilities that they cannot focus on any one thing, so that can create a sense of confusion, of illusion. Okay, this is Venus in Scorpio. Scorpio energy is also very secretive in a way, right? There's also transformation with Scorpio energy, about ending and new beginning. So for some of you, Gemini, what's facing you during this time is that in regards to your abundance, in regards to the beauty that you surround yourself with, that in the way you see yourself, right? In whichever aspect that affecting your abundance, you are thinking about you're thinking about transforming it, right? You are feeling, there's a sense of transformation that you are daydreaming about, how you want to put an end to one way of creating your abundance, of creating beauty in your life, and to bring forth a new way of doing so. Okay, and that's what you're occupying yourself with. And this is 7 of water, and 7, the number 7 is a number of mystery, right? And here we have 2 7s. We have the 7 of fire, which is about courage, fighting for what you believe, standing your ground, not being afraid to jump into the fight because you know who you are. And here you have, it's a unicorn. It's a mystical it's a mystical entity, right? It's a mystical being, the unicorn. And the unicorn is galloping like to all these fireflies in the sky, like taking a leap of faith here into the unknown, because you're so strong in your belief, you're so strong in your core as to who you are. Okay, and we can go a little step further here for you, Gemini, talking about 7. So the 7th chakra here is a crown chakra, and as I'm saying that, I can feel my crown chakra. Oh my goodness. Okay, for some of you, Gemini, you are very much so approaching things from your higher mind. Okay, you're trying to tap into the universal life force here. You're trying to tap to the mysteries, if you will, of the universe. You're trying to tap to the Akashic record, because other people may be looking at you, because Gemini, as we can see here, you are the twins, right? You're presenting by the twins, and you're always considering all the different aspects, right? Your mind changes a lot. You rule by Mercury, planet of communications, self-expression, if you will. Also travel, and here it's almost like you're traveling, you're allowing yourself to travel to the higher realm of your existence, to your higher mind. You're not approaching things just from a point of view of of your physical self, like, right, thinking with your mind or your emotions. You're thinking, you're feeling things, to the depth of your being by connecting to the highest part, purest part of yourself, to your crown chakra, by connecting to the energy of the divine, a source. Okay, and you're feeling strong, and that's where your strength lies as well. No matter how confusing and elusive it may seem to the outside world, there is a real transformation taking place in your life, especially in regards to your abundance, in regards to your emotional abundance, especially, right, to aspect of your of love, right, and partnership, and you're trying to transform that. Let's get some clarification for you. Let's start with the seven of, okay, before I could say it, seven of fire. Here we have the labyrinth, which is number 43, that goes against to a seven. What do we have here? 777. That's what we're talking about, Gemini. Luck. There's a sense of luck here. You're creating your own luck in your life during this time. And yes, it's not something that has been easy for you, because with the labyrinth, there's a sense in this is the gilded Reverie Lenormand, that we are clarifying with, and we know the classical Lenormand ends with number 36, and in that expanded version, they added 8 more cards, and this is one of them, number 43. But with the labyrinth, there's a sense is here, you are going through that maze, trying to find a path to get you to the center, or to get you out. And there are times where you would be lost. There are times where you have to make a U-turn to retrace your steps, right? But it's almost like you know that you will eventually find your way. You will eventually find your way, even if the course is not a straight, right? It's not a straight and defined path. You may have to go around a couple of times. You may have to make a couple of U-turns. You may lose your steps, but you'll find your way home, because that's what you're trying to get to here, Gemini. You're trying to, this is the house, this is the home, this is fourth house energy, okay? This is your security, this is your foundation, this is your roots. This is what's important here. This is what you're trying to, that emotional transformation, that abundance you're trying to create into your world during this time. Okay, that these options that you're contemplating, all these things, like that magical thinking, so a lot of you are fantasizing very hard during this time. You are lost in your feelings, and in your thoughts, even about this new beginning. Perhaps you're trying to bring forth, because with transformation there must be an ending to usher in a new beginning. Okay, and luck is on your side. And yes, it might have been a journey that's not straightforward. No one gave you a plan. You felt like, for some of you, there are times where you had to find your own way, but your path is one that's gonna lead you to your security, to your home, to your happy place. Okay, let's get one here. Clarification on the 8 of fire for you, Gemini. Clarification on the 8 of fire. By the way, this is about travel, the 8 of fire. This is the card of fast moving energy. This is Mercury is in Sagittarius, and we are entering Sagittarius season right now. This is the first week of Sagittarius season. And Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter, planets of the gods, expansion, travel, wisdom. Okay, so there's a sense here, some of you are on the move, some of you are traveling, and that would be long distance travel. Okay, long distance travel, like literally from one coast to another, from country, moving countries here. And let's get some more information for you. And it also can be communication, and that will be direct communication, fast moving energy for you, Gemini, during this time here. Let's get some clarification for you. And yes, this is we're celebrating Thanksgiving in the United States during this time. So some of you may be fantasizing, remembering home, having some kind of like ideas about what you would like, what kind of Thanksgiving you would create if you had your own home, perhaps, or you're thinking about all the different possibilities, different dish, to be more in the more mundane place for you guys. Okay, because Gemini, you're in your mind, you're thinking, you're fantasizing about all, what how it's gonna be like, perhaps. And the home is like, you're thinking about your roots, if you will. like, right, the things you envision your life to, what your life would be like, what you wanted in your life, what you what you desire, what you're willing to fight for, what you're willing to raise the stake for. And that's what you're trying to find your way towards during this time, towards home, to where there's warmth, where there's security. And some of you may be traveling during this time to meet with family, to go back, to come back home, to go back home, to go to somewhere that's familiar to you. Okay, some clarification on the 8 of fire for Gemini. Clarification on the 8 of fire for Gemini. It has not been easy making your way home for some of you. It's like you're retracing your step here. Clarification on the 8 of fire for Gemini. Clarification on the 8 of fire for Gemini. Oh, beautiful. The tree. Talking about the woods and security and home. The tree. Look at the trunk here. The tree of life is depicted on the trunk of this tree. This is the Kabbalistic tree of life here. This is such a mystical reading, way more mystical reading than I expected for you. Spiritual reading than I expected for you, Gemini. This tree of life you're talking about, there's a transition happening. There's a change happening, okay? 5 is like changing place here. 5 is like there's a change happening, okay? There's a transition happening into your life, into it's almost like coming from one phase of life to the next. And look at this beautiful rainbow that goes through the trunk of the tree to the other side. It's as if to say what's gonna carry you forward, that travel. It's like your ancestors, your lineage, your angels, and I feel more like ancestors that are going to guide you to cross over on the other side. Okay, it's as if, Gemini, some of you have been I don't want to say wrong side, have traveled to another place, perhaps a place that took you away from home, okay, for whatever reason. And now it's like spirit, your ancestors, it's like there's so much work happening in the other realms, in the ethers. There's so much work going on that's pushing you. Some of you have made that decision. Perhaps you are confused about should I? That's important to me. How do I make it? How do I transition into this new life? And you didn't know. And all along you're being guided. You're being guided. It's like, it's not even like you're being guided. It's like it may seem like this labyrinth is it's confusing and you're gonna get lost, but yet at the same time you're just gonna ride that rainbow home. It's like there's a clear path for you on that rainbow. Don't follow the physical world. Follow your feelings. Follow your intuition, Gemini. You want to find your way home? Follow your intuition. Go to the depth of your heart and to your highest part of your mind lies your answer. Because it's like to get to find your way home to your abundance, you have to ride that rainbow. Like, that's a tree of life. It encompasses every aspect of our life here on earth, but also life that happens in the other universe. That's a mystery. It's right there in one. And the tree of life is about also lineage, ancestry, being passed on from one generation to another. It's also about your health here, and that's a very healthy tree. That's for being able to understand the cycles of life. I'm facing my front yard right now, and it's raining, but the leaves have been falling. It's like raining leaves, right? It's fall season, full autumn out there, and I love it. And this tree here is like, it's almost like summer. It's in full bloom. Foliage is all greenery, right? And there's different phases of life, and we have to arrange our life in accordance, in a way, to those different phases, okay? To understand, like, for example, for some of you, Gemini, if you're a woman, that there will be a stage where, yes, there's a window to your reproductive cycle. You want to pass down your lineage. You want to pass down your the bloodline. There's a cycle for that, okay? Where are you in the cycle, okay? Trying to find your way home, you have to think about all of this. And it's not just about you. One more on the 8 of fire. One more on the 8 of fire for Gemini, Spirit. One more on the 8 of fire for Gemini. One more on the 8 of fire for Gemini. One more on the 8 of fire for Gemini. Clarification on the 8 of fire for Gemini. Clarification on the 8 of fire for Gemini. There we go. Number 23, the mice. That is something that has taken away from your power. Okay? It's as if to say, Gemini, the travel, this communication, is gonna restore your health. If something has been taken away from you, has been nagging at you, okay, has been, whether it's spiritually, whether it's your health, whether it's your abundance, your material wealth, that has been taken from your household, right? This is the kitchen here, and the mice are going at it little by little. They're going to destroy your resources here. They're going to take away from what you think you are saving for the rainy day or for the winter season, if you will. And then when you look at it, and then you're like, oh my gosh, when did the time go? When did all this happen? But it has been chipping at it for a long time. You just were not paying attention. If you, Gemini, that 7 of water, it's one that of indecision, of constantly weighing out the pros and cons, of constantly looking at all these different options. In regards to emotions, so you're looking at all these different women that you could have. You could have this one and this one, this one. You have a lot of options, right, in mates. And you keep losing your way because you keep stopping to looking at this one over there, this one over there, instead of making you towards your true path, towards to be strong and to be of courage, to be courageous, to be strong-minded and strong in your belief, strong in your feelings, and to go towards your home, towards your security, to create a secure foundation for yourself. There's gonna be a need, that travel, moving, whatever it is that you're doing with that 8 of fire, whether it's a moving, changing location, or because there's a transformation here. It wouldn't just be moving to visit here. It's not just moving to visit family and then just go right back. There would be that movement, that travel would create a real sense of transformation, okay? Whether transformation in the relationship of those people you're traveling with, but it's a transformation in your life, your way of life. Okay, if there's been a lot of discord, disharmony, someone's been nagging at you, something's been nagging at you emotionally, they've been taking away from your health, because 23 is also a 5, transitioning. There will be the tree of life showing up here. It's almost like there's healing here. There's a possibility to heal the situation by standing in, by being strong and courageous. Whether it's communication, is to communicate with the people that you need to communicate with, to communicate your peace, to make peace, or to travel towards them. And you have to be the bigger person here. You have to be willing take the steps. This is you. You have to do it. You have to get on that flight. You have to make that phone call. You have to send that email. You have to send that to send that text, whichever way you're communicating or traveling with that those people, that person. There's confusion. There's a sense of illusion here that needs to be cleared, that has been taken away from something that's very promising, that's almost destined. I almost said number 7, but this is number 12 here. Number 12, that's the birds. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 birds in there. Communication. And that's clarifying the king of earth. And we know the king of earth, this is the very abundant man, the king of earth. The king of earth can be a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Virgo. It's either someone you're dealing with, or you have that in your chart, or that's the or that you are taking on the energy of the King of Earth. You're someone who's very abundant already in your life, like career-wise, money. You are very wealthy. You have done well for yourselves. You have spent a lot of time focusing on your career, perhaps. Okay, and there's a need here for you. And number 12 comes down to a third house, your house, Gemini. There's a sense for you here to communicate. Okay, there's a sense for you here to communicate. There's a sense here for you to, almost like for you to share with the 12. If there's been delay in communication, I feel like for some of you, there was a reason for it. That delay needed to happen. But it's almost like the time has come to get over that. Let me see something here. Yeah. We have 4 birds on this. This is 4th house energy, right? The home, again. And here we have the 7 of diamonds, which is the same as 7 of earth. 7 of earth is about not being impatient in receiving your rewards, to keep doing the work, to understand there's a season for everything, okay? And for some of you, it's as if like, if what you really want is to create a stable foundation for yourself, is the home, it's important to communicate it. And for some of you, it is that there's a lot of people in your business, especially if you're talking about a romantic situation that you're dealing with, Gemini, that there's confusion about, there's illusion about, or there's a transformation that's needed in regards to create a more abundance in your emotional life. Okay, that there is a lot of people, there's a lot of gossiping around you. Okay, I don't know which one was turned. We're gonna keep shuffling. One more on the King of Earth, Spirit, for Gemini. But the King of Earth is very strong. Oh, look at this. Talking about King of Earth, the root chakra crystal stick just fell down. Yeah, some of you, Gemini, you are so in your emotions, you are so in your feelings about this whole thing. You really need to ground yourself to really come back to planet Earth, I feel like, so you can really stand in your power to take actions, to find your courage here, to make some decisions, and to do what you need to do in order to find yourself back home. You need to ground yourself, okay? You're not grounded, some of you. And here we have again another 3. We have 12 and then 3 again. You need to, and with a ship, this is the ship. Travel is imminent here. Travel is happening. Travel is imminent, okay? And for some of you, there will be communication about this travel. That's what the birds are telling us, communication about this travel. And for some of you, there will be a lot of gossiping. There's a lot of people that are gonna have a say by that move that you're making. And we see this travel here is happening. Look at all the storm mountains. This is not short distance travel. This is long distance travel happening here. Okay, Gemini. Some of you have reclaimed your power. You have reclaimed your strength here, and you are doing the right thing. You're gonna travel towards your abundance. And it's not just about material abundance, because you're already abundant materially. It's about your emotional abundance. At the bottom we have number 18, the dog, loyalty. Loyalty. Coming home, we welcome you home. The dog's always there to welcome you home. Okay, the dog is holding the leash in the mouth. It's like that loyalty is something that you give freely. Okay, the loyalty is not there because of that leash. There's someone that's been loyal to you, or that you're loyal to, and it's not by force. You don't feel forced to be there for that person. That person is just there for you, okay? Not because you're holding them down, or because you're forcing them, because you're doing anything that's requiring them to be there. It's because that they're there. They want to be there. And I pulled that up. What do we have is number 16, the star. And then we have the clover. So this is a bit like, just by you being loyal, it's going to bring so much luck. It's going to bring you closer to your destiny, closer to your wish fulfillment, closer to success. Okay, Gemini, this is just beautiful here. Very beautiful. Walk through that door. Walk through that. Be loyal and honor. Is there someone in your life that's been loyal to you? Honor them. Look at the bottom here. This is the 10 of hearts. This is your 10 of cups. This is your wish fulfillment. If you're asking yourself, you're confused, especially for those of you, let's say you have a lot of men that have your interest, that there are a lot of men to choose from, a lot of women to choose from, that you've been contemplating, that's create a sense of illusions as to where your emotional abundance lays, about who you should travel towards. Just go with the person who's been loyal to you. That's where your wish fulfillment, that's your lucky star. Okay, ask yourself, who has been loyal to me? That's your message there for you, Gemini. Whoa, that just flew out. This is your woman's oracle deck. At the bottom of the deck, we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And yes, you are being guided. With the tree card here, with that rainbow flying through the tree of life in the trunk. Yes, you are being guided. And for some of you, it's not just by angels and ancestors, but oh, I hope you didn't see my my legs here, my bare legs there. I am literally saying, thank God I'm never on camera, because I just have like a shirt on and I just turn around and I'm like, uh-oh. But okay, Gemini, hopefully I didn't give you way more than you wanted to see here. Getting to know each other is the card that flew out to you. For you, it says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So there's a need here for you to socialize. This looks like a social setting for you to really spend some time with that person, to get to know each other. Okay, wherever this person is, you're gonna open up yourself. You have to make the effort. Okay, don't assume that that person know what you want. Don't assume to know what that person want. You want to talk to them, you want to get to know them, not just what they're saying, but their mannerism, you know, how they say it, how they do things, you know, your interaction with other people. You really want to spend some time with that person. So I feel like traveling towards them, seeing face to face is really gonna be helpful to your relationship. For those of you, this is about relationship. Okay. Oh, that was fast. The Hunter is here for you, number 27. And I believe that card came out for Aries as well, the Hunter. Look at the bottom of the deck. We have number 54, which is the Sweat Lodge. So we have 2 9s here. We have 54, draws down to a 9. Number 27, draws down to a 9. That is an ending. Okay, Gemini? That is an ending to one. That is a completion at the very least. Let me see here. Number 54. And I do read those from the book. This is the Mystical Shaman Oracle card. I love this deck so much, and I have not been using it lately. I'm not sure why, but today spirits say pull out this deck, and here it is. And let me read it for you. Okay, the Sweat Lodge. This is a time to journey inward into the dark and hidden places of your soul to reconnect with the ancient earth wisdom. You can also create a sacred and intimate space in the dark by lighting a candle. Observe what emerges, and without judging it, invite it to bring you its gifts. You are being offered an opportunity to shed and heal from the aspects of your life you have outgrown. Do not worry that you will be consumed by the process. Do not worry. This is an opportunity for you to shed and heal from aspects that you have outgrown. And for some of you, it will also be from places that you've outgrown, because there's travel depicting here. You have, how many cards of travel? Yes, you have like 2 cards, at least 2 cards of travel here for you, Gemini. So you are, don't be afraid. Ask yourself this question as to, why am I here, and is this creating that abundance that I want in my life? Is this the home life that I want? Okay, or have you lost? Because some of you here has to be strong and fighting to find your way back home. That was the beginning of your message. And here's your card that flew on the floor, the Hunter. And no, that wasn't this one. That didn't fly on the floor. Excuse me. This is your card here from the Mystical Shaman's deck. And it says, rely on your own skills to traverse the thick forest you are in to reach your destination. You need to follow the tracks left by spirit to claim your bounty, which is already prepared and being offered to you. Do not follow the maps drawn by others, as they will not lead you through. Instead, become the map maker, find your internal compass, and use all your senses, including your common sense. Use all your senses, but above all, use the map that was left for you by Spirit, because your bounty has been prepared and awaiting you. Okay, Gemini, I'm telling you, Aries had the same card, so you guys are linked here in some ways. Because what this is telling me, because when I saw the deck, the card here of the birds, I feel like there's a lot of gossiping. There's a lot of people that may be in your ears about your next move, what you decide to do, traveling, especially if some of you are relocating. But I feel like it's very important for you to follow your own inner compass, as we just read here. It's very important for you to light that candle in the dark, to really know what's your own truth, to really know what's working for you and what's no longer working for you. And when you make that decision, that you are making it with your higher self, you are making it in alignment with Spirit, in alignment with the universe, not what people may say, what people because that person did it that way, that person followed that path. You have to follow your own inner compass, your own light, your own higher mind. Okay, Gemini, because your bounty is awaiting you on the other side. You are traveling, you're on your way. This is gonna be very successful. Okay, when I pull that card of loyalty, the dog here, we have the star and we have the 4-leaf clover waiting for you. This is promising, this is hope, this is destiny, this is predestined, this is luck. And this is beautiful, and I'm wishing you so much love and peace and healing energy during this time, as we're about to enter December. And enjoy Thanksgiving if you do celebrate Thanksgiving with family and friends. Safe travels, and I hope when you reach the destination here, which is the home, not the house, the home, that is everything that you could have imagined and more. And come back next week, Gemini. Until then, remember, love is the only answer. Bye.